Hey there guys and girls, just a bit of a quick video here. A friend of mine has just given me this really old machine he probably collected during collecting scrap or something. See, he does that. Old Toshiba Satellite T1950CT. Old school. It came with the bag and everything, power supply, bag. Uses one of these pretty cool mice, which plugs into the side here. Probably need two hands to do that. No, we've got it. Right, looking in the bag, it come with last used in '99. This, don't mind the two skulls I've got there for a project for the car. The Miss Buckle was the customer. I don't know who that is. There's no other data on here, but just the name. So this was on September 99, 22nd of September. Right, the report. It will not start up. Power's on, gets to the post, and then shuts itself down. Case has got signs of being opened before. One long flash, three short, which is a error code of some description. I'm not sure what that is for the Toshiba machines. But anyway, they do some checks and they assume the main board has died. So keep in mind, this machine's not been running now for how long is that then? 20 years. This machine's not been powered up for 20 years. That's well, almost 20 years. That's a considerable amount of time to be left powered off. Now, they was quoted a considerable amount of money to get the main board changed, but what they didn't check was the battery. Now, this machine was a 1995 machine, but built originally in 1995. It has software on the machine from 1996, so I'm assuming it's a machine from 95. The machine is running Windows 95. Yeah. New power supply, £182. A new system board, £650. £650 for this machine. That's unbelievable. That's a considerable amount of money. And when the one thing they should have just tried was replacing the battery. I've had many old machines in my life, and one of my first machines was one of these actually. My first laptops. I think of all things, I mean, my dad's no longer alive anymore, sadly. But he stole it from work. He literally nicked it from work. It was old then, don't get me wrong. It was about what was the date, year? It was probably 1998 back then, and he nicked it from work with the quote of, "It was one of the old laptops that used to control the machines that are no longer fitted anymore, and it's been left in the cupboard with a thick layer of dust on it," which it was when I got it. It was. Anyway, this machine, let's open it up. I need two hands to open this up, which is a bit of a nightmare because I'm holding the camera. I should really invest. I actually got a tripod, but unfortunately my sister has stolen that for her video. She's got my old camera. Right. Okay. Note, no mouse built into the machine. No brightness control for the panel. And we've not got any power input because it appears that the power supply detection circuit in the laptop itself has failed. Running it off the original outlet power, I've not checked to see what voltage out this is giving, but running it off the original power supply, which has got some pretty appalling power ratings there, 1.7 amps, wow, it's only really good for a charger, isn't it? 18 volts, which is interesting. Normally laptops are 19 volts. I'm actually running this off another old supply from another laptop that I've just had given to me that I've not yet played with. Oldest one first, of course. And I've literally just, you can see I've got this cables and things, which is actually the power supply for my fan that I have blowing on me at night time. I've got a computer fan that I have blowing on me at night time. I'm one of these weird people where I've got to sleep with the fan on. And I've just literally trapped the cables into the battery to bypass the battery, which is, it's not warm at all, it's cold. Uses a nickel metal hydride battery before the ages of lithium ion. Old school, a bit more forgiving, I suppose, but at the same time, yeah, easy to replace though. Nickel metal hydride, you could just replace all those out of a block of AA cells. Imagine nowadays modern AA cells in that block, that battery. That would be quite an interesting thing. Anyway, let's power this thing up. If I've not knocked the cable, there we go. Oh, I love that sound. She has got a floppy drive on the front too, although that was very stiff when I first fired it up. That noise you hear there was actually the modem enabling. I remember it from the one I had. Will she fire up? Well, we've already got past the power supply fault. I must admit, it's coming out a lot better on the camera screen than it is actually in real life. The camera screen makes it to be quite bright, but I can tell you something, the screen is not bright at all. I've actually got the cable for the modem as well. I may actually make an interface up so I can transfer files from my desktop machine, my modern day desktop machine, my messy desk of course, and put them on my on this little machine here. It's a shame it's not got any sound card built into it. It's got the PC speaker, but no sound card. Because imagine how cool this would be for playing Doom on. Very, very cool. I don't know if this thing has a drive set up. Last person to use this forgot the slash. Let's just see what else they were searching for. CAC. Yeah. Well, they tried. Let's see if DXDiag works on this. DXDiag. No. No DXDiag on this. That shows how old it is. I wonder if we can find out what... Is there system information on this? Accessories... it was in here somewhere, wasn't it? System tools... No... Media player, games, solitaire, minesweeper. No system information. Maybe we can get that from the control panel. I want to know what CPU is in this. If it's, it says Intel inside, so with its age, I would assume it is technically a Pentium 1 machine. But it would be nice to know. What's that? Oh, my sister's just got back. It's been such a long time since I've used Windows 95. Pauline Buckle. So this machine is hers. 20 megabytes of thingy. 804 486. There you go. So it's actually a 486 machine, not a Pentium machine. Nice. All the doggies are back. All the doggies are back. So it is actually a 486. Nice, interesting. Have we got any? We've got that. That's not enabled. Oh, very, very cool. System resources 95% free, which is so nice. I remember my first one, I only had the 4 megabyte card in it. This has actually got the 16 megabyte card in there, which is nice, the extended RAM. Nice, nice. And it is a 32-bit machine, this, which is nice. Very, very cool. But what makes me laugh on this is the fact that it, well, we've already bypassed the fault it had. It was to do with the original battery not working properly anymore. You can imagine in 10, 12 years time the battery is going to degrade enough, especially if it's been thrown in a cupboard somewhere for a few months. The battery's going to go to zero and the battery's just going to just die bad. And I remember it quite well, these old machines that when you try and power them up, they would power on for a second and then shut down. Gone, dead. And a lot of people used to think that's it, the machine is dead, but it's just because the battery's no good. And you can even try pulling the battery out and firing it up, but still it doesn't work because it needs the battery. There's something to do with the battery that they like having. When they surge, I suppose. I mean, I'm running this off a 12 volt power supply, which is 5 amps. And when you consider the size of that power brick compared to the one that I'm running my fan off, which is, you don't want to see my floor, guys and girls, that one there, 5 amps compared to 1.7 amps. Yep, components are definitely going smaller in this day and age. So that's running this laptop right now. Smells good too. It smells old. It smells really old. Let's see if we can get one of these floppy disks to work. Yeah. I wonder who Polly Buckle is. I wonder if that's like the daughter or somebody. But let's see if the floppy disk works. I've not actually tried this yet. Oh, well, it's seeked, which is good. Let's leave the windows open. Multitasking. Wow. There we go. Fully multitasking. Removable disk D. That's interesting. Let's just see what that is. Not accessible. Okay. Let's just see what happens when we. Oh, the drive is not formatted. I guess they have the disk has degraded over time, which is a shame. It is a shame. Well, unfortunately, the data on the disk has gone to the ages, sadly. But yes, we've got a couple of blanks here, which would be interesting to see if there's anything on these. Oh, it doesn't like that. Oh wow, it's taking a while to spin the disk up there. Let's just use the keyboard. Go on then, try and format the disk. Copy system files only. Ooh, let's Did it do it? Oh dear, I'm missing up here. Hang on a minute. Let's use the mouse again. Yes. These mice were really cool. You could push the two buttons on each side and bring the mouse upwards, and you could really, you know, game with that thing. Game. As gaming as you could do back in those days. Surprisingly quite comfortable, the mouse. Yeah, with the trackball. That's what I used to use years ago. Go on then, let's see if you can erase this drive, or if the drive is just that degraded. You cannot do a quick format because the disk is not formatted. Okay. Come on then, do a full format. Wow, it's formatting. That's quite impressive. Oh, that drive does not sound happy. You can Windows detect the problem with the in the data area of the disk. Yes, that's because the disk isn't spinning around fast enough. It's struggling to spin the disk around. I wonder if it's belt driven, this drive, and it's the belts are degrading inside. I do love the sound. Windows cannot format the disk because an error occurred. This disk is damaged and may need to be replaced. That is a shame. You are damaged. Yeah, it's struggling to spin it round quick enough. Wow, look at that. You can see where it's been trying to grab it, look. It's actually damaged the steel a little bit. Let's give it another shot. No, it's the disk is damaged. Trying to erase 20-plus-year-old floppy disks. Let's see if another one will work. Oh wow, that's not even seeking. That's how bad it is. Oh no, it's freed up. Windows detected the problem. Oh well, I guess that will have to do then. Unfortunately the dog's going to go crazy now because my sister's gone out. Well, guys and girls, thanks for watching. Sadly, there's no games or anything on this machine, and there's no data on it or anything. It's a pretty... Well, I guess there wasn't much you could do back in those days. Netscape Navigator, version 3. Very cool. Quicken, which was a banking application for putting all of like your banking data on. Oh, I used to have a printer on it. Good old AOL. Yeah. Let's just have a quick look on the C drive, see if there's anything there. Internet Explorer, is that? I Explore? Shush, dog. Dog goes crazy every time my sister leaves. Come on, go back. Remember what back is on this. It's been a long time since I've used this. What's in the temporary folder? Anything good in there? Empty folder. What was the setup file? System. Empty folder. Yes. Okay then. Let's shut it down. Well, guys and girls, thank you very much for watching this little bit of a video, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace out.